Here for the Culture Report. I have Gramzunkut on deck here. Thank you very much for joining us to learn more about you, artistry, and everything you got going on because you're not new to the game, right?
Nah, I've been around. I've been through decades and decades.
Yes. So you started like behind the scenes, correct?
Yeah. I started as a street team, like putting up stickers and posters before it was a business of marketing and promotions.
Okay. So
You
you
know what I'm
was
saying? So
yeah,
so I was
you
like one of the original kids putting up stickers everywhere and posters everywhere.
yeah, you were hitting the pavement the old school way.
Yeah, yeah. Old school. I used to have the spray paint with the stencils and spray paint the concrete and all that.
Got you. So who's some of the artists that you worked with in the promotion game?
In the beginning, it was my family. It was one of my cousins. They Troubleneck Brothers. They were signed to G Street with Miss Jones. They
Okay.
was on the same. They was label mates when Miss Jones had a record out with Dougie Fresh. So it was then. So from there, I believe they got signed. They got signed to G Street, and then the group broke up, and then my cousin started a label, Die Hard Records, and then I had a run doing that, and then it was kind of more. And this is around the time when I was doing Die Hard. This is around the time when Bad Boy and Rockefeller was first starting too. So this is like the whole beginning of Bad Boy and Rockefeller with the posters on the side of the cars and all that. This is before all the industry had rap vans.
Oh
Like I
wow.
believe we had the first. I believe we had the first rap van. My guy, my name McClain. He's huge now in the industry, still behind the scenes, but he had the first rap van, and I believe I took the Locks on their first tour, Mace, Flip Mode Squad, Nori. Like I was doing, like every label was renting out the promotional van, and we came with the promotional van. You know what I'm saying? So we was going to all the events, Long Island Greek Fests and Jones Beach and all that. Philly Greek Fests and all kinds of stuff. So that was early in the game, and then like the labels kind of got hip to it. So then every label started a street team. So then it became a business.
Yeah.
It became a big business because they had the budget for us. You know what I'm saying? So street team became a big business, and every label started getting them. So at one point it kind of died down. Like all the stickers and posters, it died down. Like I think this is like when MySpace started and all the labels were getting fined. So from that point, I started doing radio promotion. I started doing radio promotion and national mix show radio promotion, which was basically just like calling DJs in every state. Because this is before MP3s and
Yeah.
internet. You know what I'm saying? So we had to actually put two records in a jiffy and send it to DJs in every state in order for them to have the vinyl to play
Right.
it in a club. Because if you didn't have the vinyl back then, you couldn't play the record in the club. There was no MP3s. There was no streaming. You know what I'm saying? It
There's
was
no
the actual record.
downloading.
You needed the actual record. There was no download. You need the actual record. So
Right.
I
Right.
did radio. I did radio for a long time, and then that kind of played out too because of the internet. Like I said, the internet kind of dissolved that. So there was no need for that. So the street team died, and the radio promotion kind of died. So from there, I went on to being an artist and started a label because now it was easy to put music out, and I knew how to work records. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I did the Global Thugs music thing for a little while, and then I kind of started my own identity, and I became an artist myself because the artists I was working with were knuckleheads, and I didn't feel like working with them no more. You know what I'm saying? Because it's hard to guide people,
No, it
and
is.
people
It
don't
really,
listen. People don't
really.
listen.
And you haven't always
So
been
for
known as Grams Uncut, correct?
mm-mm. Well, really, my name is Kilo, but as an artist, there's a Kilo in every city, in every state. There's a nigga named Kilo. So I had to flip it and bounce it. So grams uncut, them uncut grams, you know what I'm saying? A straight kilo. So that's how so my music artist stage name is Grams Uncut. But people who know me as Kilo for the most
Yes.
part.
And you kind of derive your music from all different backgrounds a little bit because you've hopped around New York City as a whole quite a bit. Like you're not just from one borough, so you don't just really have one sound.
I was born in the Bronx with my Spanish family. Then I moved to Brooklyn with my black family, and then I moved to Harlem with my mother when my mom and pop split. So, then I went to Queens and Forest Hills, Queens, you know what I'm saying? So I went to high school in Queens. So I was all over the place. And then once I started doing the street team with the labels, I was going from state to state, you know what I'm saying? Even international early. I'm talking about besides the boroughs not really clicking up, like Harlem wasn't going to Brooklyn, Brooklyn wasn't going to the Bronx, Bronx wasn't going to Long Island. Like, it wasn't just hanging out and nobody was bubble hopping like that. You know what I'm saying? I just happened to be still. My family was in Brooklyn and the Bronx. I lived in Harlem. I went to high school in Queens, so I was just all over the boroughs. You know what I'm saying? And then, like I said, once I started doing the street team stuff, like we started going to Philly, DC, North Carolina, and this is back before everybody, you could tell who was from Atlanta, who was from LA, who was from New York, just by
Yeah.
the whole style, the way they talk. Like now, everything is real integrated. Like you can't really tell. Everybody has the same styles. Like if there's a new pair of jeans coming out, the whole U.S. America is gonna be wearing it, not just that state. There's really no local like it used to be. I used to have a
Right.
lot of local stuff here, local stuff there. Like Uptowns was straight Harlem. Like you would see somebody, you never see nobody in Brooklyn wearing Uptowns. It wasn't like that. You know what I'm saying? And when Nelly came out with it, it was like, what? Nigga, St. Louis is wearing Uptowns? Like, come on, that's us. It was real. You could tell. You could tell who was from who and where was from where.
So
So
so what's like what was your how did you pivot between doing, that grounds hand to hand marketing, and then when like the internet came about, and of course, now we have Facebook, we have Instagram, we have TikTok. Like how was that pivot for you, marketing wise, to transition over to like today's marketing, which is mostly digital?
well, it's dope for me because I can reach out to more people than ever before. So I know how to utilize it. I utilize the internet fabulously. You know what I'm saying? So I get it. I get my product to everywhere, especially now that you could go across the globe right now with it. You know what I'm saying? So it's much easier to get your product to consumer by yourself, which is why I kind of left the labels when I did. You know what I'm saying? Because it was easy to put a product together, and then it was easy to get it to the consumer. Like it was just hand in hand, you know what I'm saying? And before music, I was hand in hand in the streets anyway. Like I was hand in hand heavy in high school. I was coming from Harlem going to Queens, so I was hand in hand with weed every day. You know what I'm saying? It was easy. Back then Harlem had the big old bags, and then I take it to school in Queens. You get a big old bag, you break it down a dime to like 5 nickels.
Yeah.
So I always been hand in hand with it. I'll talk to you that when I'm on the phone. Okay. Word. Yeah, shout out to the little kitties.
That's what's up.
Yes,
That's what's up.
yes, I
So
always been hand in hand, and the internet is just you can reach out to anybody. You know what I'm saying? And then, it's a numbers game at that point. You know what I'm saying? Like some people pick it up, some people don't.
absolutely. And with you having been around so many people, especially the industry greats, starting out like in this infancy stage, I can imagine you probably have some crazy stories. Like, what's one of the craziest like story that you tell like over and over again, that may have happened when you was on the road or just something?
Oh man, it was so many nights, man. I remember. I think it was Big L's last birthday party, and
Ah,
we was at Latin Quarter, and I was young. I had to be like maybe 17, 18. Rest in dead, rest in peace, Big L, man. And I seen some older girl from high school when I was young, and they used to treat me like a little kid. And I had like a case, and she was actually. This is back then. There wasn't even. I don't even think there were bottle girls. So I was going and I had like cases of Moet on deck, and I seen the, and she tried to talk to me, and I was like, hell no! And I just broke a bottle of Moet on the floor, just walked away, and went to get another one. Yeah, that was wild because I couldn't believe it. I'm like, yo, really? Get out of here! Like, get out of and she was delivering the bottles. Like I was like, man, come on, man. This is my. I'm running the club right now. Are you crazy? Yeah, yeah. That's the old school. That's the old Bismarcky. You call it the vapors. You call it the
Yeah.
vapors. That was a vapors moment for me. Like what? Oh man, out of here.
So now up to date, you are pushing a new single. It's called Still Writing. Can you talk to me a little bit about the basis of the single, how it came about, and for those who haven't heard it, what can they expect?
Still Riding is actually a playoff of the first single I came out with during COVID. I put out a single right on my wave, and it was probably one of my biggest commercial records. Like it was national, spins everything, radio. It was dope. So, and then it was my first leather. Like this when I first started I started a leather company, and it wasn't a leather company then. I just created a couple of leathers for myself.
Mm-hmm.
So fast forward 2024, I did New York Fashion Week. It felt like everything came full circle. So I just wanted to play off that, and I did the still riding. The first one was running out of my wave, and I put out a spin-off called Still Riding 2024, which is basically just like I'm still on it's kind of a cross between the fashion too. Like I'm still riding the fashion wave. You know what I'm saying? Like I just did New York Fashion Week. I just took over the World Trade Center, which has never been done before. Like I had an army of like 50 models walking through the Oculus with my leathers on. So it felt real good, and plus, like I said, it was one of my biggest commercial records. So I kept it on the same vibe. Like it's the same vibe. It kind of plays off itself. It's like a part two, kind of sort of like 2024, 4 years later. You know
That's
what
what's
I'm
up.
saying? How we've evolved, and we still riding the wave. You know what I mean?
Yes, yes. Now is this a prelude to a mixtape, a EP, an album?
Well, no, I really just I like putting out summer records. Like every summer for the past 15 years, I've put out a summer record. Like I like a summer record. I like a good summer record that people could play all summer. You know what I'm saying? It's one of them joints you put on their playlist and it comes on. And then if you hanging out with me, you know the song, it's around, so it brings back the memories, the nostalgia, the moments, you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So I like doing those, you know what I'm saying? I like doing those summer records. But yeah, but in the winter, I tend to go more into my global thugs, lace your boots up, put the mask on, you know what I'm saying? Because see, I go seasonal. It's seasonal. You know
Yeah,
what
I
I'm
was gonna
saying?
say
It's seasonal.
you need a fall record for the leathers.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Well, yeah, I always that's what I'm saying. Like Right on My Way plays into it, but I got a bunch of new joints coming out. Like I said, my Gramzunkut records are more for the summer, and my global like I have two entities. I have a Global Thugs and I have a Gramzunkut. You know what I'm saying? Two separate playlists, two separate styles of music. The Global Thugs is more New York, you know what I'm saying? Boom bap, you know what I'm saying? Straight New York, you know what I'm saying? Lace your boots up, wintertime, big jackets on, you know what I'm saying? Heavy artillery, we outside. So
That's
after the weather switches, we get into that.
all right.
So I
Now
got a
what
bunch of Global Thugs. I got some Global Thugs records in the chamber too. We coming.
okay, okay. We're gonna definitely look out for that. And what made you get into like the leathers? Like what made you get into the fashion in particular?
I've always been a stylish person, always, and I always like leathers. Like I always feel excellent in a fresh leather, and I've always been a Pele fanatic. So I always wanted to create a Pele leather with my quote, with my characters, with my logo, with my name. Like I just wanted to personalize Pele. And during COVID, I had the time to sit down and research it all. You know what I'm saying? So once COVID broke, like I said, I came out with the Out of My Way video and I wore like a leather suit. That was my first leather suit. And I had my first leather jacket, which I just made it for me, real custom like. So as I'm going out with it, everybody's approaching me, you know what I'm saying? And inquiring, like, yo, what's that? I thought it was a Pele, blah, 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 blah. Yo, I need one. Yo, I need one. Yo, I need one. Yo, I need one. You know what I'm saying? So we are where we at today. Like I'm at probably like 300 leathers in. You know what I'm saying? I
That's
got
dope.
celebrities, people in the streets. Like everybody's just wearing them, customized, personal, and they feel fresh in their leather. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
I've actually had people come to tears that because they feel like I feel like it's a very special thing. Like it's so personalized, like it's customized, tailored for you. You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of like an NFT lifetime piece. You know what I'm saying? Because you always gonna want to wear that. You don't want nothing to happen to it. You want it to stay fresh forever. You know what I'm saying? Like I look at myself like being 70 years old, still coming out with my joint. Like, you know what I'm saying? Granddad still coming out fresh. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
so I want to give that to people too. I want to give that to people. And like I said, it's more artistic for me than a business. Kind of like my music is another way of expressing myself. Like, cause it's real personal. Like every jacket is personal, so everybody feels special when they have it, and you know that nobody else is gonna walk in the room with that on. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And then you got the culture now where everybody got their medallions of their logo. They got their tattoo logo on their face. So a jacket customized, it just fits their whole persona.
That's what's up. And doing New York Fashion Week 24 is amazing. So what's like your next thing that you want to do with it? Where you going next with it?
Everybody wants me to go more into the business and more into the mainstream, but I'm actually going back to the streets. Because when I started doing the fashion shows, it was only to market and showcase. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? And I've done that. I've done it for the past 3 years. Like, I mean, I did New York Fashion Week. Like, I did a big stage. You know what I'm saying? I've
Mhm.
done Runway Sevens. I've done Bazaar Magazine. I've done the fashion magazines and all that. So
Yeah.
I guess I could say, like, my craft is definitely validated. You know what I'm saying? So it's official. Like, you can't take nothing from it. So I don't need to push and promote and showcase anymore. I'm just gonna go back in the cut and create for as many people as I can.
Would you ever get into like bags or like anything else like along
Well,
those
I know a lot of people that do bags. I know, and I would do a collaboration with them.
lines? Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like I'm not. I'm like I said, I'm not really. I didn't really get into it to be into the fashion industry. You know what
Hmm.
I'm saying? The fashion industry is kind of gravitating to me. Like I'm getting invited to these shows. I'm getting invited. My jackets are getting requested to be in these shoots.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's not like I'm pushing myself to be in it. I'm not. I'm doing what I'm doing, and they recognize it, and they accept it, and they reaching out to me, and I
Yeah.
like it. I accept it, but I'm not really trying to be in that. It's like I'm not trying to do it. So, like I said, I'm gonna step back and go back into my creative mode. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. Okay. You just gotta ride the wave, right?
Yeah, the streets is waiting for me. The streets is like, yo, what's up? You gotta come to the project. They gotta come to everybody. I want everybody in the projects to have their own joint. Even if they want the projects on their joint, I make you a joint for the project with the project logo on it.
That's dope.
Like,
That's dope. I think it would
that's
be dope to
dope.
do.
I think I'm gonna do that real
Yeah, I
quick.
was gonna say I think it would be dope to do some like philanthropy as well with it.
Yeah, yeah.
Sure.
I gotta do the big Queens Bridge. I think Queens Bridge and Marcy Projects. And then I do one for the NO. I do the Magnolia and the Calio.
Yeah, there you go. You gotta do a
I go to
buffalo,
Chicago. I go to Chicago and do the Cabrini Green joint. You know what I
and,
mean?
and, and I need a buffalo one for Buffalo
Oh
Bills.
yeah, yeah,
You know what I
yeah.
mean?
Definitely Buffalo. Yeah, I gotta come. I gotta come upstate and do some shows, man. I'm dying to come up there.
Yes, absolutely.
I actually did a bunch of tour dates for Griselda,
Okay,
Benny, and
yeah, yeah. That's the home
before
team.
COVID. Before COVID, I did a lot of shows with them. I was actually on tour with them on the road.
That's what's up. Yep, that's the home team. Conway, West Side Gun. Shout out to
Yeah,
them.
yeah. Shout out to them. Yeah,
Shout
they
out
was
to
just in
Benny.
Harlem running through Harlem out here for Fashion Week too.
Absolutely, absolutely. Well, listen, Grams Uncut, it was such a pleasure talking to you. I want you to go ahead and give like all your social media platforms where we can tap in and link in with everything you have going, music wise, the leathers, everything.
Yeah, yeah. Man, we didn't even get into. I got a documentary that I'm about to put out on
Oh,
Amazon
let's
Prime. It's about to
let's
be
talk about
released.
it.
It's called For the Record. I actually
Uh-huh.
had like snippets of it on my YouTube, the Grams Uncut YouTube. I had snippets of it. It's actually my journey into the fashion industry. So it's a
Mm,
documentary about my journey into the fashion industry. It's like a season one, but it's crazy because it's a mesh of so much music and so much fashion and coming out of COVID. So the documentary is dope. I'm actually about to have it released on Amazon Prime. I also got my Stoner brand, Dippin' Donuts, which I'm not familiar if you've seen it. It's all the green and purple designs and the bathing suits and the track suits and sweatsuits and all that other
Okay.
stuff. That's my Dippin' Donuts brand. I got that going on.
Are
I
these all your
also
brands
started another.
behind you?
Yeah. Dippin' Donuts, GT's Enterprise, Selfmade Leathers. This is my new brand right here, Colored Only right here. You know,
Okay.
I took all the historic colored only signs that were up all over the world and well, all over the United States, like the official colored only signs, like blacks this way, and this is one of the signs in the back. It's like Hotel Clark, but
Mhm.
and the hat is colored only. It's reversible bucket. You know what I'm saying? So this is my new joint. I got a whole new truth inspired lines called Truth Apparel, and it's like Black Jesus. It's like a lot of I have a Black Jesus silk shirt collection. I got Black Jesus leathers.
Come on now. You
The
are in
Black
fashion.
Madonna.
You in fashion. You don't run from
No,
it.
I
You
am. I
keep
am fashion.
moving.
I am. I mean, you know what's funny? Because I mean, I just cut my hair, but probably back when I was talking about with the street team stuff back then, I had a perm. I had a long perm before back when people wearing flat tops.
Hmm.
When New York was wearing flat tops, I had a perm. I had finger waves, I had flat twists, I had Shirley Temple curls, I had all that. This is probably when I was 14, 15. So I've always been real fashionable. I mean, this is back when nobody in New York had a perm. Nobody. Even Snoop in his first 187 video, he had a fade.
Yeah.
When he came out with his 187 video with Dre and Deep Cover and all that, I already had a perm.
Yeah.
And I got that from old school Detroit. Probably like I seen like people like DJ Quick. DJ Quick had the crazy Farrah Fawcett flip in his video, and I wanted that. And I wanted that Farrah Fawcett flip he had in his first video. I was like, yo, I need that. And since
Yes.
then, I let my hair grow out. And then I seen the finger waves. Like finger waves were big then, and I wanted
Mhm.
those big ocean waves. I had ocean waves. I was crazy with it, man. Yeah, my fashion since I was a child, and I don't do tattoos and piercings and none of that. So I always have my clothes like airbrushed on my like airbrushed my tags on my clothes and stuff since way back.
Yeah.
Like way like this is like if you know me from way back, you know like this just fits my whole. You know what I'm saying? Like 2024 Vision Kilo making clothes is not far fetched.
Right.
You know what I'm
Right.
saying? And the shit fire too. So it's like yeah, it's supposed to be fire. As kids, supposed to be fire. You know what I'm saying? I'm
Yes.
fire. That's what it is.
So do you have like a central place where someone can go to tap into everything that you have going on?
Probably just Gramzunkut and everything just like spurts from there. Like anything Gramzunkut, like my Gramzunkut, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, Facebook. And then once you get tuned into me, like my world is so deep. Like I got GT's Enterprise, I got the GT's Triple X. You know what I'm saying? I've been in the adult film industry for a long time, so I've just been
Oh,
I've been
great.
working with Al Sharpton and you know what I'm saying. I've just done a lot of push for peace concerts and guns up and guns down, life up. Like I'm just well rounded. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm an adult. You know what I'm saying? I can do whatever adults do. I can play with the ladies and I can march for police violence. You know what I'm saying? Like it's all there. You know what I'm saying? I'm just living. You know what I'm saying? I'm just living. I'm just living, man. I'm just testing the waters and everything, man. Just you know what I'm saying?
That's what's up. So Grams uncut everything for
Yeah, grams like
music,
that falls down. You know, I got like I said, I got the
clothing.
Global Thugs music, I got the self-made leathers, I got the Dippin' Donuts, Stoner Power, I got the Truth Power. You know what I'm saying? I got the GT's Triple X. You know what I'm saying? The Only Fans and the Fans Leads and all that.
That's dope. That's dope. So having, your hands in so much and having been in the industry for so long, do you have a word of advice for any other young upcoming black man, Hispanic man that's trying, minority male that's trying to make it in this world?
I think usually everybody has their own vision and they need to stick to it and don't get caught up in everybody else's vision. You know what I'm saying? Because when you get caught up in anybody else's vision, that's not your vision, you're expendable.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? Like you can be dropped off and the mission is gonna still be going on. You know what I'm saying? So it's better to just create your own and just stay creative and believe in yourself. You gotta believe in yourself, man. Because there's people that came from worse than I did that have been, you know what I'm saying, that have been to a high plateau. So I mean, and then you gotta know your means. You know what I'm saying? Like you can't make this amount of money and then want to spend that amount of money. You know what I'm saying? You got
Right.
to stay within your means for longevity. You know what I'm saying? But some people don't. I mean, it depends on you. Like if you want to live for the moment, blow it. You know what I'm saying? But if you want to have your family, your kids, the nice house and all that, you gotta stay within your means. You know what I'm saying? You can't go crazy like that. You gotta be easy.
I agree. That's all great advice. So, Gramzunkut, thank you so much for sitting down with me
Thank you for
here
having
with
me.
the Culture Report.